saw it on the news today. A soldier has come home. Surprise a little family today. They're finally holding home. And they're standing by your side every time you call. Yes, they're standing by your side every time you call.
Hi everybody, and welcome to episode 49 of The Slice. Big news today, new discovery. This is going to excite some of you, and others you're going to go, oh yeah, here's another one. Whichever way you choose, but if anybody that knows how I operate, I'm very meticulous and I'm very careful. And I take my time before I go putting my neck on the line. So for me to say that I personally have discovered something is huge, because I wouldn't just come out and say, yeah, I've done this. But I did do this. But first, let me say that you all should check out Clarence Mitchell's Blog Talk Radio show, Closer Encounters. You can check that out on the AA Theory Facebook page. That's a AA Theory encompasses quite a wide variety of subject matter, because there's like 4 different camps that look at ancient alien theory in different ways. And you'd be wise to check that site out, because it covers all those different ways, and then some. Actually, we go off topic at times when it serves a common goal in the end, to basically get the truth. And that's what we're all here for, is the truth. And so anyway, Clarence Mitchell has his blog talk. We have a lot of fun on there. A lot of facts, a lot of experiences by other members. So if you've had anything weird happen to you, jump on board, give Clarence a call, and get on the show and share your experiences, not just here on the page, but everywhere out there. And also, if you're into the X-Files, Kimberly Wright is running the pre and post chat in the Ancient Alien Theories room. So if you're not a member of Ancient Alien Theory group, you might want to get on there. You could have found at the beginning of this video is the actual web address of that, facebook.com/groups/AATHEORY, and you're in there. So check that out. Also, you are going to want to check out Matthew Bauer's sites, one of which is the real MJ12 eyes-to-the-sky.com, and in there, that's the real MJ12 eyes-to-the-sky.com, because somebody kind of usurped the other name and kind of stole it. But anyway, Matthew has that site, and the Dharma Cafe, if you're into the New Age Enlightenment energies and all the surreal stuff that we all love. Check that out. Also, check out, that song coming in was by a band called New Emotion. Oh yeah, I'm in it. But check out that site on Facebook, New Emotion. You can also check out some of the songs here on YouTube on my channel here. So please do like and subscribe to this channel. Also, there's some other stuff that we can go over, but maybe at the end of it. So anyway, I'm still trying to sell the house and get on my way on this grand adventure to find out the truth about some of the stuff across our great country here in the United States. Still looking to get this house sold, and so I can get going. These are things you do before you get too old to do them, So that's what I'm doing. basically doing it with me and my dog. That's it. At the moment. Be nice to find a hardy young lady to take on the trip with, but I don't think that's going to happen. Takes a certain kind of woman to handle that kind of life. But anyway, I'm going to get on with this show, and let's talk about this discovery. So first, let's go to Google Earth and see what's going on there. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but when I'm using Google Earth, I usually have something in mind, and sometimes just mindless wandering, but most of the time when I'm just scouting, I'm looking for abnormalities, things that look different, areas of Earth that just don't seem to match, and there's a lot of those. This world is so full of mystery, it boggles the mind, really. So in this case, let's start, let's say in Dwarka, India, where they just found that that big site where they believe the original city was. Now, when I was looking at this, I thought I'd be able to pick out some of those ruins, but I was not able to. But I did find this little area right here. And it's actually a little honeycomb area, and it reminds me of some things found on Mars and on the moon that look like pipes that come out. They're huge. I mean, it's like a mile across, a half mile across in most cases. They vary. They can be up to a mile across, but most of them are half a mile across. Let's see if I can get this thing to... Yeah, see that honeycomb type shape? You'll find that repeated in many, many areas. You got it here, just off Dwarka, and then to the west of there, a little bit northwest, you have another one. See over there to the left where I got the pointer, where I got the marker? In that trench is another one, just like it. This is all in India, off the coast of India. And that's the trench. You'll find many of these abnormalities show up at these trenches for some reason. Right there, see that 5? Let's get a little closer. See that? Just like the last one. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, here's the kicker. Many, many miles away in the Bering Sea, I noticed that there was some strange gaps and such. And then I found this area right here, a little outjut, about 11,000 feet deep. Let's get a little closer. And what we find as we get closer into this valley here, this is starting to look a lot like on land, right? Yes, you see this little area right here, there's a lot of structure there. This is loaded with structures. I discovered this a while ago. I just been sitting on it until I compared. But this is no doubt very much like, I mean, there's much more here than you'd find on Mars as far as proof. Let's get down in here and I can show you what this looks like. Come on. It's a little bit slow. Come on, baby. Do what I say, not as I do. But right in here is the area we're talking about. So there it is, a little closer. It's not as clear as it was when I first found it. I think they might have blurred out some of this. But this little stepping area right here. Look at that. Seems to be a whole... This is a huge area, by the way. It looks like a whole complex, you see? I'll put, in the next section, I'll put up some of these markers and give you the coordinates and such. But I've done a lot of work right here. There seems to be upwards of 22 distinct buildings. 3 pyramids that well, 2 I'm pretty sure of. The third one is debatable. But thoroughfares and roads, and there's all kinds of indications of a lot of activity at one point in time. This is over to the east of that. This whole area, oh, this is actually south of that. Because this is very reminiscent of Peru finds. And I'll get more into that. You can see the structure to some of this stuff. My God. It's very exciting because this part of the ocean is very rarely explored. Look at that. You just is that X pattern right there? Yeah. That could be multiple. Nothing else is like that. This is just one little area, just right here. It's intense. Little area. It's probably 20 miles in size. This might have been one of the largest ancient sites I've ever seen. Perhaps the remnants of a power generation plant, same as in India, I don't know. And they get these areas here. I hope you can see the clarity that I'm seeing. I don't know how this works, really, until I get done. But, so that whole caldera, yeah, that whole area from where that marker is to where the pointer is, that whole thing is just packed with shapes and odd phenomena. Now, directly across the way from there, to the west, that, I found kind of an interesting formation here. Look at that. Looks like some kind of piping system, or used to be some kind of, I don't know, pretty consistent with the pipage. The thing that gets you, though, is if you go, you see it right there up at the top right, sort of. Look down below there, and what do you got? Looks like continuations of pipes or cave. But if you zoom up on this thing, you get a what looks like a whole bunch of pipes coming out of a hole. See? What the hell is that? Those don't look like pipes coming out of there? Does to me. But it's directly in line with what you saw above a second ago. So it's, yeah, okay, these are the coordinates for that, and then just below that you can see where that other hole is, where those spikes are coming out. I think it's all connected somehow. But you get the coordinates there of the pipes. That's amazing to me. I haven't found a lot of stuff in a consistent pattern like this in any of my other travels. Just a few anomalies here and there below that. But Not sure what this is. It seems to have that honeycomb shape, but it seems to be filled in more than most of them. But that is that particular coordinates there. So, me putting this out as my official declaration of finding this bad boy. So, I think I should get naming rights. I'll call it, I don't know what I'll call it. Depends on what artifacts are found there. It's another little section. Just odd shapes, you know. When you're investigating the ocean floor, because they don't give us, they blur out a lot. I think we'd find a lot more if they didn't. Here's the coordinates for this. Check these things out. You will be shocked. Shocked. Excuse me. Get a drink of coffee for that. Okay, so there's the coordinates for that. Let's get out of this. And you'll notice that these things seem to run in lines. I noticed that a long time ago. Even like figure these things running along the side of the Grand Canyon. Now, back when these things were above ground, there's a possibility that this area was far south, especially if the mantle that we have above the ground now spun separate from that's down there. I think we're dealing with two separate layers. I know we're dealing with probably three different layers interacting. Here's a nice little area. Strange anomaly there. We should take a look at, this is from all those sites we just went to, all marked. Alaska is just to the south of the majority of those. And you can see how that used to be above water. So if the water level was lower and this was more south, it would explain a lot about it, really. Yep, these are some great areas right here. Here's the coordinates for this area. This is hot stuff right there. Incredible shapes. I'm hoping that some of these are explainable. I'm hoping that somebody with money can go out there and verify the find. But I would say this find here is as strong as any others that I've ever seen. Matter of fact, it looks to me like it's stronger than a lot of them. And I'm not an easy one to crack. Great anomalies, I love it. I love it when things don't add up and we have to go look. So this is some strange stuff, I'll tell you right now. But what I'm going to do is, now that you've seen the basic outline of the thing, I'm going to show you some ruins of places we found above ground that you can compare. And you'll see that what I'm suggesting here is far from being ridiculous. Far from being ridiculous. Okay, so we get that logged in. Everybody's got their coordinates locked and loaded. Amazing stuff. Amazing. Just can't get over how much we don't know. Which was, we don't know far more than what we do know. Okay, so back to Mohenjo-Daro. Here's a quick look at the layout again. Notice the squares, the larger buildings off to the sides. This, of course, is not complete in any way. It's just a small section of this huge, actually, place. This was actually found quite recently. Mohenjo-Daro. Yeah, Dano. Alright, so this here looks, if you look, you'll see the square base there where the pointer is. It looks like it's the base of a pyramid of some sort. Of course, it's kind of hidden. It looks like part of the range at the same time, but yet we have the square section around that. Here's the coordinates for that. Boom, there you go. And so that's pretty cool. That's to the west of the honeycomb up there. Actually, it's to the east, I'm sorry. Alright, and so let's back off. Now we see our, right there is where our pyramid is. That's our honeycomb over there. And the rest of the facility all in the center there. Okay, so again, we'll look at this. Notice the squareness of the structures. I claim to have found this, by God. And back to this area here of the pyramid area. Now, earlier you saw a better representation of that. Let's see if I can get the whole facility so you can see some structure here. Because I just can't get over. Alright, here's another structure. Yeah, that's good. We'll put that on the list here. It's a huge facility. I mean, it's covering many, many thousands of square miles. Well, not thousands, but hundreds. This whole area is set up with strange square structures and partially hidden materials. I say there's something there. Please do go look. You got a good starting point with the, I'm sure you'll find stuff all over there. I mean, I didn't list near what I found. So, anyway, folks, that's it. That's my civilization I found. So, I welcome your comments and suggestions. And that's it for this time on Slice. And see you next time. Take care, folks. And onward.
Stand by your side every time you call.